What's going on? Happy
What up?
Tuesday, June 23rd. Welcome to the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture Program. Two-man show to start the day.
Two-Man Tuesday again.
Looks like
What is this?
we're going to be trying to hear from Brooks. We just can't get a hold of him right now. So, sorry, I've been during that intro. I was enamored with this video that popped up on Twitter of this guy rolling a burrito with like 6 tortillas, and now I want a burrito.
That's a lot of tortillas.
It's too much burrito. It's too much food. It's too much food.
Oh man!
I think each tortilla at Chipotle is like 200 plus calories on top of whatever you're putting.
Whatever else is going in that bad boy.
You're getting 1,200 calories worth of tortilla just in that monster burrito you got there. Anyway,
our food conversations. Our food conversations on this podcast are pretty darn good. The Quiznos one and the Firehouse subs, and
I mean, yeah, dude, Quiznos, RIP, dude. I mean, I guess there are still some, but
yeah,
pretty much.
We say there was like 1,500 left, or like maybe like 900 left, or something.
Yeah. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got Wyndham Clark winning the U.S. Open. We've got the Orioles taking 2 out of 3 in LA against the Dodgers. Really could have walked away with all 3 there. They kind of blew the first game of that series with the blown save in the 9th, and then Bradish just throwing another gem last night. And Pete Alonso and Gunnar Henderson seem like they're getting a little bit hot. Taylor Ward homers in consecutive games. Mayo still mashing lefties. So a lot of stuff to unpack there with the Orioles. We'll get into all that. We're going to talk about the Brandon Sorsby stuff, the lack of a supplemental draft this year. We were talking about that a bit before we went on air. Some interesting stuff there. And other than that, I'm sure there's going to be other stuff that comes up. But that's just what we have on the top of the notes here. Giannis Antetokounmpo got traded to the Heat. The College World Series.
That's a big one. Yeah. Did you watch any of the final game?
So, yeah, I watched it as much as I could of it, but the problem is that I work at Green Turtle and we have DirecTV, and there was a big storm last night. I was in and out maybe like every half inning. I could see a little bit. It wasn't very busy because we didn't have televisions at a sports bar. I would have been able to watch the game, most of the game last night, but I didn't really get to see. But it seemed like Oklahoma was kind of on their ass pretty early. Was it the UNC? Didn't UNC start a freshman last night?
I don't know I don't know what year the guy was.
I think they did. I think they started a freshman.
I mean, the dude was throwing some heat, but he was just getting tattooed. And Oklahoma went up 2-0 and never really looked back from there and won 13-2.
Yeah. Good for Oklahoma. I didn't get to see the celebration. I know that's your favorite part of the College World Series, is seeing the celebration. But it seemed like it was a foregone conclusion when they were up 9-2 in like the 5th, 6th, 7th inning. That it was going to be it.
It's fun little story though, because I don't know what position the guy plays, and I don't know the last name of the players, but there were 2 brothers that played. One played in Oklahoma, one played in Georgia, and obviously Georgia was eliminated. They made it to like the Final Four, I believe. They did. They made it to the Final Four, and Oklahoma actually knocked Georgia out. So a brother knocked out another brother. So it was a fun little storyline there, and the brother who was knocked out, was in attendance at the game and was like celebrating like hell. So
UNC now lost 3 College World Series finals. I think they lost back-to-back in around the 07-ish area.
Yeah, it was 07 or 08.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And then now they've lost another one in a dramatic game 3, winner take all final situation.
And they were favored. They were favored.
They were heavily favored coming into the out of the super regionals. I mean, they were clearly the best team that was left.
It was them in Texas. Those were the 2 leaders in the clubhouse from the Gambas.
But it was really cool, especially, seeing Troy get in there, seeing West Virginia get in there, seeing in the super regional, seeing Little Rock get in there. I know our boy Joe's going to love that. Like, it's just cool getting to see some new teams competing. And I think we had, a similar situation last year with a lot of upsets. So, it seems like there's a lot of problems with parity in sports right now, and all the leagues and all kinds of problems with the NCAA. It seems like college baseball is really kind of doing a good job of alleviating all that stuff. I don't know. Apparently, this new CBA that they're talking about is going to potentially limit the high school kids from coming into the MLB. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that could be changing with college sports, especially with the NIL stuff. So, but they did a really good job in baseball of keeping the focus on the games, and for the most part, the games were really fun. Albeit last night was a little bit of a kind of a blowout. So, yeah. Congratulations to the Oklahoma Sooners. I wonder how many.
They have three. They have three national titles.
Okay, they have three now. Wow.
Yeah.
So I wonder, in terms of they've won, I'm sure they've won football. I don't know if they've won a basketball title. Now it leads me to like, hey, I wonder how many schools have won baseball, basketball, and football.
Yeah, because I know they were the team for softball for like 5-6 years.
Baseball, basketball, and football. I'm looking it up now. How many schools have won NCAA? Only 3. Can you name them?
So they've won
baseball, basketball, and football titles.
Texas.
Texas is incorrect.
Oklahoma
is incorrect. They had never won basketball.
UCLA?
Nope.
Man, I'm striking out.
We got two Big Ten teams and an SEC team.
All right, 2 Big Ten teams. So,
Michigan has won. They won baseball twice in 53 and 62, and we know they've won football and basketball. Both
give me the other two. I don't want to hold it up too much.
Yeah, no, you're good. Ohio State. Don't think of them really as a baseball school, but they won in 1966. They haven't won basketball since 1960, which is actually kind of surprising to me. With all the talent they've had go through there, Greg Oden and Evan Turner and Jared Sullinger and
Mike Conley.
Yeah. Even more guys that we didn't name clearly. And then Florida, has done all of them pretty recently.
Yeah.
Their most recent football title was in 2008, but they won baseball in 2017 and basketball last year, as well as the 2 Billy Donovan teams. While we're talking about, I just mentioned Billy Donovan, a coach that actually had some decent success going from college to pro. Let's talk about the news yesterday. Dusty May leaving Michigan as the reigning national champion coach to go coach Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks. Really interesting. Did not expect this at all. I wonder what the bag that he got from the Mavericks is. Or maybe he just really excited to go coach Cooper Flagg and this was his dream all along. Who knows? Hard to blame the guy, but what was your initial thought when you heard this?
Oh, I mean, it might have been you that texted the group.
Yeah.
Basically, good for him because if he sucks in the NBA, he's going to be a hot commodity going back to college. So what does he lose in this?
I mean, I don't know. How many players are leaving Michigan?
I don't know.
This year? I wonder. See, my thing is always like, do you have a legitimate chance to defend your national title?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, something that gets lost in sports in general is how well did you defend the title when you come back, and a lot of teams don't do it all that well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder this year, they lose in the Western Conference Finals in Game 7, but they follow up their title run with a 65 win season. They get to the Western Finals, they lose to the Freak in Wembanyama, and they two of their best players got hurt. So I think that's pretty. Like they did a good job of really running it back and trying to defend that title.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't tank, they didn't miss the playoffs, they didn't completely blow it up, all that stuff. So I don't know. I just like if Michigan is going to get a new coach, I assume they're not going to get the pick of the litter because all the other coaches, the best coaches have all been poached by other teams at this point.
Well, they're trying to hire their associate head coach.
Yeah, but that's like I guess, but that leaves that program in a little bit of disarray coming off a national championship. I don't know. It's tough for me to wrap my head around, but also it's hard to argue with the guy trying to go take an opportunity and further his career. So I don't know. Congratulations, I guess, to Dusty May, but we'll see how it ends up turning out. Not a lot of history of success going from college to pro. Rick Pitino famously really, really horrible stint with the Celtics. Billy Donovan's been all right, never won the big one. Brad Stevens kind of transitioned into the GM role before he was able to win the big one as a college to pro guy. Are there any guys that I'm missing? Calipari. Yeah. I'm sure there's other guys that I'm not thinking. Tony Vitello not working out in baseball right now.
No, it's not.
No, it's not at all.
It's not going well. Not only that, the controversy that is their hats. Pride Month.
Okay. But Baltimore Joe says he's about to get lit up for recruit violations, so he Jim Harbaugh'd his way out. I don't know about that. We'll find that out maybe.
Find out.
But I don't know. I wouldn't. Nothing really would surprise me at any point. I mean, what do we even? Are there even violations in recruiting now?
I don't know.
I think they can just give people money whenever they want to now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. But anyway, that was the big news in the college front, other than the Brandon Sorsby stuff. Do you want to get into the Brandon Sorsby stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, he's not going to go back to Texas Tech. We kind of thought that he was going to be eligible for the supplemental draft, but the NFL has decided that they are not going to have the supplemental draft this year. So he is going to have to wait in terms of competitive football till the 2027 draft, which is loaded with quarterback prospects, which I'm sure he is not super excited about. This works out not in his favor, but he also just collected a $5 million check from his NIL, whatever. And he's not even playing football this year. So I don't know. What's your mindset if you're Brandon Sorsby? What's your mindset if you're the NFL? Do you just not want this to be like a stain over the season, and that way you push the story to next year, and maybe it doesn't have as much legs because the NFL doesn't want to have any kind of gambling stuff in terms of tied with its players, although they'll accept sponsorship money from any gambling website. So a little bit of a two-way street there. I don't really know. What's your take on the whole situation, and how do you think it was handled? Do you think it was handled the right way, or what?
I think it was handled the right way by the NFL. Once again, like we were talking about before we went live, I'm going to paraphrase here. Basically, the NFL said they did not want a distraction, and the integrity of their games is imperative, and that he would have, for lack of a better term, be a detriment to that. And also the fact that he submitted his paperwork 3 days before the deadline after trying to go through the legal hoops, play college football, just put a bad taste in the powers that be's mouths. So, he's getting what he deserved. I don't care if he was betting $3 and $5 on, because his agent, I think his name is Rob Slavin, something like that, came out and said he was only betting like $3 and $5. And how he got caught is pretty interesting, by the way. Apparently in Cincinnati, they give the players phones, and they have a app which they're not allowed to delete, that will ping the compliance office if they place any bets through apps on their phone. So if someone downloaded the DraftKings app and they placed a bet, that other app, like the safety belt app, for lack of a better term, pings the compliance office. I didn't know that was even real technology.
Apparently, Brandon Sorsby didn't either. How stupid can you be? If you want to put a bet in, just tell your buddy, "Hey, I'll give you $20 in Venmo. Can you just throw this parlay in for me?" I don't know. And I'm sure they would catch him if he did that too.
And he got pinged for trying to bet on a UFC match. That's what first set off the alarms.
Hi guys from Antonio. What's up, Antonio? How you doing today? Who should the Orioles representative in the All-Star game be this year? I think the obvious answer for most of the year has been Rico Garcia. The way Brandon Young has really pitched over the last month and a half has he could really get some love too. He's got like a 3 ERA and he's been really good, although he hasn't pitched a lot. Pete Alonso has been really, really good, especially in the last, couple weeks. I think if you take his first 14 games or his first 14 days, like that first half month in April, out of the equation since mid-April, he's got like an 870 OPS, and he's, right up there with the league leaders in home runs. So I don't know. I mean, do you have a different answer? Am I missing somebody?
No, Rico Garcia.
It's those guys. It's probably Rico Garcia has had the best season. But there's a chance we could get a couple guys in, especially with injuries and stuff like that. Yeah, they're talking a lot about the All-Star ballots and stuff this year. The All-Star game's in Philly this year, which is interesting. I assume Schwarber and Harper are both going to be favorites to be competing in the Derby, if not to win it. I can't imagine after Schwarber and the swing off last year that he's not going to be in it in Philly. I mean, he's got 29 homers. He's hit 5 in the last 3 days or something like that. He's just outrageous, insane. I almost said outsane. But yeah, so that's fun. Orioles stuff. Really good weekend for the O's. It started on a really sour note. We blew a save. Ryan Helsley blew a save against the Dodgers on Friday in a game that we thought we were gonna steal from the Dodgers. Didn't turn out all that great. But then and then the next night, I think they played in the afternoon that day. It was 3-2. And they had the bad guys at the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth. We tried to blow that one too. We ended up getting out of it. Thank God Yenier Cano got out of that one. We stole that game, and then the floodgates opened on Sunday. 12 runs. Blaze Alexander continuing his hot stretch before unfortunately getting hurt last night, fouling a ball off his leg.
Sucked.
Especially with how white hot he has been at the plate. I think he's hitting over 420 in June, which is ridiculous. So especially out of a guy we was, pegged as a kind of a utility infielder, kind of like a super utility kind of guy. But Pete Alonso been really, really good. Like I said, Gunnar, a couple homers in the last weekend and hit a triple yesterday. Has been roping the ball to right field quite a bit. Seems like he's starting to get it figured out a little bit. His batting average has climbed, I think, 20 points in the last few weeks. Pete Alonso, like I said, up to 18 homers on the season. Just a guy who's going to 35 homers and 100 RBIs every year and just going to get there some way, somehow.
You know what you're getting.
And then Trevor Rogers' best start of the season, 6 or 7 innings scoreless against the Dodgers the other day. Really, really good stuff out of that. Out of the starting pitching in general, because Bradish has had 2 starts in a row where he's looked amazing. I think he's pitched 8 innings in 2 consecutive starts, and he struck out 20 plus guys in those 2 starts. I mean, that's Cy Young caliber stuff, and that's the kind of stuff we've been expecting out of him. And he got off to that slow start this year, and now he's really starting to figure it out. So the starting pitching seems to be on the upswing. And the Orioles lineup in general seems to be on the upswing. Taylor Ward, another guy, homered in 2 straight games. Didn't even mention him. Kobe Mayo, absolutely destroying left-handed pitching. Hit another 3-run tank last night or yesterday. Or last night,
last night.
In a game that I couldn't watch because we didn't have television. Bet the Angels tonight. Sure, Orioles don't know how to win 4 in a row. Come on. We're good vibes podcast, not bad vibes podcast. Come on, dude. But yeah, really, really like what I saw of the Orioles this weekend, and just on the West Coast swing in general. That Mariners series didn't go exactly the way we wanted it to. But nice bounce back against the Dodgers, and then taking the first against the Angels, who had won 2 straight coming into this. This series is really big.
Bummer about Mike Trout going down.
Yeah, it sucks. Mike Trout's hurt again. It just seems inevitable at this point.
It does.
It's certainly a bummer that Blaze Alexander's hurt. He said, or Albernaz said after the game, in regards to Blaze Alexander's injury, he fouled a ball off his leg, kind of looked hobbled. And Albernaz said in the post-gamer that he just had a big bruise above his knee, and it caused his leg to kind of lock up, and that's why he had to sit out the rest of the game. So I assume he's just kind of dealing with, a 2 to 3 day kind of thing, and he'll be
out of the lineup today.
And that sucks because Leody Taveras had to play third base yesterday. I can't believe it took us this long to say that. He actually made a really nice play in the first inning, of course. They hit a ball to him. He's been a center fielder in the league for, I think, 5+ years, never played a snap in the infield. And gets a ground ball in the first inning.
It's
Alvarez
funny
had
how that happens. The ball finds you.
Yeah. Funny little thing after the game, Alvarez, when they asked him about it, like he was looking at Cowser, and it was Cowser, Basayo, and the third string catcher, and Taveras. Those were the options we had to play third. And he said he looked at Cowser, and Cowser was all in, and then he was like, "I'm fucking serious. You got to go play third base." And then he said Cowser looked like he was going to shit in his pants, so he got to go to Leote instead.
I didn't hear that. That's great.
Yeah, he said it in much I'm sure cleaner terms in the interview, but I don't know. I got a kick out of that. But I love that Leote is able to go in there and play. I love those situations in general because I mean, at the end of the day, everyone in Little League, especially everyone in the majors, like you grew up probably being one of the best guys on your team.
Yeah.
You probably played all over the place. These guys are athletic enough they know how to play. It's not like a D tackle going to play safety. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a lot different. But it is interesting to see sometimes. And some guys can't do it, and some guys are just, naturals.
Other things like around the league, like Schwarber hitting 3 runs, 3 dongs. He's a machine.
Yeah, he's outrageous. I think he's at 29 homers right now. We're 2-3 weeks before the All-Star break.
And they're moon balls.
I know. Every single one of them. Like you said, in the earlier part of the season, he doesn't get cheated.
No.
Dude, he's fucking going after every single one of these pitches. And look, he's the new Adam Dunn. He strikes out or he hits it over the fucking fence. That's pretty much what he does.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about his 220 or 230 batting average. And the Phillies don't either because he's led the league in homers 3 of the last 5 years. I can't believe. I mean, look at his. If you look at it, go back and look at his numbers with the Cubs. Like, I can't believe they just let him walk. They just let him walk. He had a bad 2020, which was a 60-game season. He hit 188. And then he signs with Philly. And in a 4-year deal with Philly for however much money, he puts up, I think, 200. I think I looked at it. Since he's gotten to Philly in 2021, he's hit 219 home runs.
Jeez.
That's 45 home runs a year for the last 4.5 years. Like, what do we do? This is ridiculous.
Wow.
Haven't seen those kind of numbers since Vinny Castilla.
Vinny
Castilla hit 40 homers 3 seasons in a row in Colorado. Pretty crazy. Yeah.
I mean, Dante Bichette.
Yeah, Dante Bichette had a 30 home run season where he had negative WAR because his defense was so bad.
And was Galarraga on that team too?
Galarraga might have been on the Braves by then, but he could very well have been.
Wow.
They had a lot of guys. I mean, Larry Walker, Todd Helton.
Larry Walker, yeah.
The Rockies, man, back in the day. Just no pitching at all. Just not a single bit. But they play in a freaking Little League stadium.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess there's not really much they can do about that.
That's all I got baseball-wise.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have too. There's a lot of trade rumors, a lot of CBA talk. I mean, look, the CBA talk we can get into, but I don't really think we need to. This is a problem for another day. This is going to be something we're going to be talking about ad nauseum in the offseason because we're going to be trying to find stuff to talk about. Yeah. So I just think that hammering into that stuff now, especially now that we don't really know all that much about it, I just don't really see a value in that. And maybe we can get into it a little bit, but I'm good on talking about that today, especially because, Brian Brooks would have a lot of opinions on that as well. As far as the standings go, we're 38-42. We are still 2 games back out of the wild card after winning 3 straight. I don't really understand how that works, but I guess we're not the only team that's been winning a couple games in a row. Mm-hmm. Toronto is that team in that last wild card spot as of right now. They're exactly playing 500 ball, 39-39. Athletics and Rangers just ahead of us with a couple less losses. But pretty much like we've said the whole year, the whole AL is kind of jam-packed. The Angels are in last place in the American League, and they are 8 games out of the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and that's a team that's well below 500, 32-48. So the whole AL pretty much in the mix at this point. Somebody's going to get hot down the stretch and make a real big push. hopefully it's the Orioles. I can certainly see the Tigers doing it. They've been, good for a few years. I could see the Royals doing it if Bobby Witt and Pasquantino and all those guys get super hot. Houston, we've seen a track record with Houston. Texas is just out of it right now. We know Corey Seager and that pitching staff can carry a team to a World Series. We saw it a couple of years ago. We ran into that buzzsaw a few years ago, and it was not fun.
No, it was not.
On the National League side, St. Louis in the first place in the wild card above Philly and Chicago. Chicago wins 8 games in a row, and then they lose 7 games in a row, and then they win 4 games in a row, then they lose 5 games. They can't figure out if they want to be good or bad. But right now, they're 3 games above 500. But they're such a weird team. I don't know what's going on with them. And then the Rockies and the Giants are completely done. They're way, way out of the bottom. We've got our first 50-win team. The Dodgers have reached 50 wins last night after the Orioles stint. Atlanta's right behind them at 48. And Yankees right behind them at 46. Yankees still playing just unbelievable baseball, even though they lost 3 in a row. And Jazz Chisholm is playing second base with a lollipop. But I did see an interview just recently that Aaron Boone has talked to him about that, and he will not be tolerating that any longer. So that's, once again, it's not that big of a deal, but, if I saw my teammate with a lollipop in his mouth out on the field or up at bat, I would be like, hey, get that the fuck out of your mouth.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. NFL wise, Brandon Ayuk continues his tirade. Go Commanders all over this Instagram post that he's putting up. Once again, I don't know who this guy thinks he is. He had one good season in the NFL, and all of a sudden he thinks he's fucking Terrell Owens, and he's, can go out and just do all this dumbass shit. I don't get it at all. Jeffrey Simmons, defensive tackle for the Tennessee Titans, has agreed to a $105 million extension. He's one of the premier defensive tackles in the league. The Titans, who had Cam Ward coming into his second season, looking for a big jump out of him. They lock up their star defensive player. But honestly,
$100 million guaranteed. That's awesome.
$100 million is a lot. Yeah. $100 million. It's a $105 million contract, and $100 million of it is guaranteed. So that's almost a fully guaranteed contract for a D tackle. You don't see those often.
Oh, you don't.
But he's incredible. And he had 11 sacks last year as a D tackle. And if you know anything about the NFL, that's not an easy thing to do. That's not a position that you're getting after the quarterback all that often, unless you're a very, very special player.
That just tells you how good Aaron Donald was. He had 19 and a half sacks as a D tackle.
I got to get my light on. I didn't realize how dark I was.
Go for it, man. 19 and a half sacks for a D tackle is just insane. So
that's better.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good. I was wondering what you were doing. I don't know if you your eyes were hurting you or something, and you wanted to be in a dark room.
No. I didn't realize I've been scrolling through different pages, and I just opened up a thing. I was like, oh my God, I look so dark. Sorry about that. Either way, it's an audio show anyway. Who cares? Not many people watching us for our pretty faces anyway.
Good point.
U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills. Did you watch any of it?
I watched as much as I could have. I could have. The big takeaway. Well, there were 2 big takeaways. One, we've harped on this before. We're better than this. We don't need to be shitting on people that are playing golf. I mean, the guy that was yelling at Rory, and Rory turning and doing a motion where he's basically calling the guy fat, whoever was doing the yelling, and stares at him after his drive. And then all this stuff going toward Wyndham Clark, that is just a shame. What are we doing?
Yeah, I think even Scotty touched on it in his post round press stuff after the last round. He was playing with Wyndham Clark, and he said he's all for the fans getting into cheering and a big comeback, but he was kind of he was even upset with how the fans behaved towards Wyndham Clark, even though it was kind of in favor of him. He even came out and said like that some of the stuff they were saying to him is just completely unfair. And also, it's an American winning his second U.S. Open. I know a lot of people don't like him. He doesn't have a great reputation. I'm one of those people who doesn't really like the guy all that much. But, he went out there on Thursday and put up a round that was so stellar that it was able to ride basically that round for the rest of the week. He just kind of coasted. It's just kind of coasted. And on Sunday, he didn't play all that great.
Play well.
He shot 3 over, which isn't all that bad in the U.S. Open, but you're trying to go out and win the tournament on Sunday. Like he really did give those guys an opportunity that were back there to come up and get him. Like Scotty started the day at even par or 1 under. All you got to do is go out there and shoot 3 under. How many times has Scotty Scheffler done that? I say all you got to do. You got to shoot 3 under on the hardest golf course in the fucking world. I get it. But, Sam Burns made a run. That putt on 18 that he thought was going to fall, and I think everybody thought was going to fall, was a dagger that didn't. He's been so close 2 years straight at the U.S. Open and had a good run actually at the Masters this year as well. He's been playing really good golf. I would be shocked if he didn't win a major in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I agree.
He's one of those guys that it seems like he's just kind of due for one. But Scotty going out there and once again seeming like he just does not have his best stuff, and he just gets a ho-hum second, third, fourth place finish. What is it? What did he finished tied for 4th. Just the worst week ever. Just on the range grinding, screaming at his coach, screaming at his caddy for the last 3 weeks, and he's still finishing in like 4th place in all these tournaments. All these guys are just trying to figure out how to hit a golf ball.
The other cool moment, I don't know the young kid's name. You probably do. He's a 17-year-old.
Miles Russell.
Him having his dad carry his bag on the 18th.
Really cool.
That's so cool.
Really cool. Apparently he went to the USGA and asked them before he did it because he didn't know if there was some sort of ruling or there was going to be a strict penalty, and they were like, no, that's cool. Do that, please, because they wanted it to be on the broadcast and they wanted it fucking awesome. By the way, that kid fucking has stones. He played fucking great.
17 years old.
I know he finished. He not only did he make the cut, I think he finished in the top 40. He finished tied for 39th. He finished with Robert McIntyre, Jacob Bridgman, Keegan Bradley, Brian Harmon. He finished 1 shot below Rory McIlroy. He finished 1 shot above Cam Young, who's won the Players and another tournament already this year. He beat a lot of these guys. Bryson DeChambeau didn't even make the cut. He's going for the DeChambeau Slam, by the way. Did you see that? Going to miss all 4 major cuts in the same year? Yeah.
No, I never heard of that call. That term. That's great.
The DeChambeau Slam, yeah. Ricky Fowler, Harris English, Shane Lowry, John Rahm all missed the cut. All these guys missed the cut, and these are some of the top golfers in the world. Brooks Koepka went out and missed the cut in this tournament. Always plays well in the U.S. Open. Played really good last week. So good for him for going out there and freaking putting up a number and that's just fucking awesome. 17 years old, not the low am somehow. There was 2 AMs above him.
That's wild.
But yeah, 17 years old. Florida State's going to win I would say multiple national championships with him and Charlie Woods there. I would be shocked if they didn't. Yeah. I don't know if you could leave can you leave school early in golf? Is that a thing that people do? Do people leave after their junior year to go to the PGA Tour? I don't really know how that works, but he's going to be a candidate for being able to do that because he's going to be a fucking stud.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Wyndham Clark once again. Not my favorite golfer in the world. Not a lot of people's favorite golfer in the world. But went out there, shot 64 on Thursday, and just never looked back. And has now won 2 U.S. Opens in the last 4 or 5 years. I know he won at LACC. I think it was in 21 or 20.
He only has 6 U.S. Open starts. He's got 2 victories.
Yeah. And
he won in 2023. He won in LA in 2023.
We talked about him. I think Matty Fitz and Tommy Fleetwood were some of the other guys we talked about. They were up there for a lot of the tournament as well. It was a fun U.S. Open. I think there's a lot of talk about the fans in New York and how they've been at some of the events. and you know, I mean, we just talked about how they were against Wyndham. We talked about how
Yeah.
they've been with Matt Fitzpatrick earlier this year, how they were with Rory this week.
Yeah.
And there was a guy on Golf Channel came out and said that he doesn't think that these people deserve another tournament there. Look, I'm not going to go as far as to say that, but also, like, I mean, I think the PGA needs to do, or the USGA, or whoever's running the tournament needs to do a little bit better job of getting these guys, these asshole fans that ruin it for everybody. Just get these guys out of there. I mean, like, it's ridiculous. I know they paid for a ticket, and you can pay for a ticket and you can cheer for your guy, but if you're calling people names and you're talking about their kids and their wives, that's fucking ridiculous, dude. You should never, ever, ever, ever be doing that at a sporting event. I just, you know.
What did I tell you? There should be a guy at every hole that has a softball bat, and you just make a stupid comment, you get whacked in the head. I tell you, you whack one person in the head, the message gets out pretty freaking quick. It's like Charles Barkley used to always say, "I'm going to kill the first guy that comes over to take my daughter out on a date." And then he goes, "Word will get around town, and I won't have to worry about it ever again."
Oh man, his poor daughter.
Also, the other thing about golf, if we're moving on from the U.S. Open, is the new rules that are coming out, or the new leagues. You see this?
Yeah, so they're reformatting the PGA Tour, and it's going to start in 2028. It looks like is going to be
there's a championship league and a challenger league.
So basically, what they're going to do is they're going to do 2 flights of tournaments. They're going to do elevated type tournaments. The top guys in the world are going to be invited to those, and then they're going to do a secondary types of events, which they do sometimes. Like usually when there's a major, there's another event that they have for the guys that didn't qualify for the major. But I guess they're going to be doing more of that. They're going to have cut lines in these elevated events, which is something that the golf public and a lot of players have complained about, that the elevated events the last few years have not had cut lines. It's just been the top 80 players and they all play the whole week. It makes for a less competitive tournament. It makes for less drama on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that. They're going to have cut lines. It seems like the money is going to be up there.
And they have relegation, which is going to be wild.
And that's going to be, that's, I think, going to create more compelling TV for not just the winners of the tournament, but guys who are grinding over a birdie putt on 18 to try to get their PGA Tour card or try to get enough points to earn their way into the tournament next week, which is something I've always thought, like, they just don't do a good enough job of promoting that kind of stuff. You're just not talking about it enough, because we need to watch the guy who's in 8th place hit a 75-yard wedge shot. Let's go watch that guy hit his putt. So, yeah, I guess there's going to be up to 24 events, including 16 signature events, Players' Championship, 4 major championships, a season-ending events, President's Cup, Ryder Cup. And it's going to be average field sizes, like I said, of 120 golfers with 36-hole cuts, top 65 in ties. And that's February through August. And then new revamped Tour Championship structure. They're not just going to be at East Lake every year anymore. They're going to go all around the world. All around the country. They're expected to go to Seminole, which is a crazy nice golf course in Florida that they've never played on the PGA Tour. Cypress Point in California, which they never play. Pine Valley, which is a very famous golf course in New Jersey that they don't play, have all been mentioned as potential venues for the Tour Championship. And the playoffs and the Tour Championship will be competed in match play, which I have been saying forever.
Yes.
Just make it a bracket and make it match play, and it will be so much better.
It's so much better than this. You started -10.
Yeah. So, look, it's not going to happen every year, but there's going to be years where we're going to be seeing Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy, or Xander Schauffele and Tommy Fleetwood, or, insert huge name here, Colin Morikawa and freaking Jacob Bridgman. Who knows?
Yeah.
There could be an underdog story. It's going to be freaking awesome to watch. And there's just not enough match play in professional golf because, match play is a very universal way of playing golf. A lot of European tournaments, a lot of the amateurs over there, they're playing match play a lot more. That's, kind of the origin of golf. If you're playing at your local country club, or if you're playing in your member guest, you're probably playing match play in those tournaments. So a lot of people understand match play, and it's a lot more interesting way to watch golf. You're not just playing against the course, you're playing against somebody else too. So it's a lot more fun. I'm really, really excited for this. I kind of upset that we're going to have to wait 2 years, but I understand. I do understand the, like implementing all of this stuff is going to be, quite an ordeal. So, I think it's great. I think it's great for the game of golf. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about most of the stuff they've come out with. I don't really know how I feel about the split tour thing. We'll see how it functions. But I think maybe for the guys who are like 120th in the world, it's not the best. But for, the casual golf viewer that's going to be watching Sunday to Sunday, it's going to be a lot better. I think you're going to see a lot of the best players playing a lot more together, and the match play at the end is going to make for, not just the majors matter anymore. The last, the Tour Championship, which, a lot of people couldn't even tell you the last, couple people to win the Tour Championship, but they could tell you the last couple of U.S. Open winners. So maybe it'll make the Tour Championship more prestigious, like it should be based on how much money they give out for winning that freaking thing.
Yeah. All right. Now, would you rather have 2 U.S. Opens or 1 Masters?
2 U.S. Opens.
Okay. I'm going the opposite. I'm going to go the Masters.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you could like if you said 2 PGAs or 1 Masters, 1 Masters.
1 Masters.
But the U.S. Open, like if you win the U.S. Open 2 times, you really like you're a fucking dog.
All right, 3 PGAs or 1 Masters.
I mean, it's 3 major championships.
Yeah, it makes it a little more thought. You got a little more thought provoking.
So, like, Justin Thomas is a guy who's won 2 majors, both PGA championships. He's never won any other major. I don't think he would trade his 2 PGAs for a Masters, but maybe he would. I don't know. I don't know Justin Thomas. I'd probably take the 3 PGAs. Three versus 1 is kind of tough there.
Yeah.
I mean, 3-time major champion, there's not a lot of guys that have done that. So, yeah, I don't know. Tiger made his first appearance at the Travelers today to talk about these new rollouts. I didn't watch much of it.
I didn't see it.
I didn't watch really any of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have more to report on that on Thursday. We talked about USA has advanced the knockout stages of the World Cup. We are going to be playing a game on Thursday against Turkey, I think.
Yeah, and when did Turkey start being called like Turkia or something? Like it's got like an umlaut and an e at the end of its name now.
That's how they spell it.
But people were saying it differently too, because I was listening to Landon Donovan talk on whatever program he was on, and he wasn't saying Turkey. He was like saying Turkia or something. I might be mispronouncing what he was saying, but
I do not know. Honestly, do not know. But I guess we're playing Turkey.
Turkey.
We're playing some sort of poultry on Friday. In the game that doesn't really matter. I think it does matter for seeding purposes in the knockout stage, but we are already through to the
we've won the.
Oh, we won the group, so
we've already won the group. So
this game means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. Now, the one thing that's probably going to happen is they're going to sit. Most likely, they're going to sit the 4 guys who have yellow cards, because if you get one more foul, you're out for the next match.
Oh yeah, well, and why wouldn't they in a game that doesn't matter? Plus, get your guys on the bench some experience in a big game, and if you need to go to somebody and or somebody gets hurt, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of soccer, so I don't know if that's how it works. But in other sports, that's how it works. Get your guys some experience. Get the young players some fucking playing time in a big game.
Get them some run.
So that's what I would do if I was a coach. But once again, I don't know soccer all that well.
No.
NHL says they're eyeing Austin and Houston for potential expansion. I guess they need one more team because they have an odd number with the Seattle team. Don't really know what's going on with that. I'm not huge into the NHL expansion world.
Well, because you had Seattle, then you had Utah, the Mammoth, come in.
Yeah, but they left from the Coyotes. They were the Phoenix Coyotes. They moved from there.
Okay.
I think there used to be an odd numbered teams, and then Vegas made it an even numbered teams, and then Seattle made it odd again.
You got to get that aligned.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way.
And then the Chuck brother got traded to Florida.
Did he really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. He was with Edmonton, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Trade wasn't about his brother. That's what it says.
Yeah. So we got traded to Florida. So they're the 47th pair of brothers to play on the same team in the NHL. That was a stunningly high number for me.
That is a huge number. The only ones I can name are the Stalls and the Sedins.
The Sedins is the first one that came to mind.
I think the Stalls, because there was 3 of them. I think that they played with each other. I'm trying to think of when it's happened in the MLB. I know father and son stuff. I know Griffey and his dad.
Yeah, Barry and Bobby.
Yeah. I think the Nailers played with each other. Josh and Bo Naylor played with each other in Cleveland. Anyway.
Yeah, I was just stunned. And look, this could be like the Russians that come over that have brothers that come over in pairs.
Yeah, I mean, the article I just read said it wasn't about it. I mean, they're getting 3 first-round picks in a second-round pick for him.
Oh,
so
dude,
it's not like it's nothing. Yeah, I mean, he's
a great player. Right? Yeah. He was on the U.S. men's national team, both of them.
Yeah, and they were the best players on this team.
Yeah.
The Upton brothers, they played. Billy and Cal. Oh, yeah. Should have probably said that.
No, I mean, how did we miss that one? How the fuck did we miss Billy and Cal on the same team?
There's a trio of brothers on the same team in 1963. With a famous last name?
No.
They had sons in the league too. Felipe Matty and Jesus Alou.
Alous.
Yeah, the Alou brothers in 1963.
The Alomars. The Alomars.
The Hairstons.
The Hairsons, the Alomars. Yeah. All right. We're unlocking some here.
We got some now.
Yeah.
There's been 100 sets of brothers that have been teammates. That's crazy. Hank Aaron's brother? Didn't know that.
What, did Joe DiMaggio and his brother play on the same team?
Probably. Looking at it now.
I think his brother's name was Dominic.
No, they didn't actually. Mm-hmm. Interestingly enough. Here's another one I forgot about. Jeff and Jared Weaver.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wait, Jason and Jeremy went to play together, right? Anyway, or maybe they played in different teams, different times. Anyway, Vladdy Guerrero had a brother named Wilton who played with him. That's insane.
I should remember that name.
All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to hit on today, unless you got some other stuff that you wanted to talk about. Do we want to build a Chasing 117 team real quick?
Let's do it.
We're probably not going to do the Immaculate Grid. I don't know.
Let's not do that. Let's wait till Thursday for that one, but let's try to build team.
Immediately didn't say a Ripken, says Joe. Yeah.
I mean, that's stupid on our part.
What are we going to do?
Flat out dumb.
All right, so we're gonna do classic mode. We always do the modern era because we don't want to be getting Hank Greenberg and Richie Ashburn on our team. So we're gonna start the draft now, and we're gonna make the best team we can. I can't remember what the amount of wins we got last one was, but Nationals in the 90s, that immediately makes me think of Pedro, who had a ridiculous year with them. Ooh, Vladdy.
Vladdy's up there too. Game.
Yeah, there's Moises Alou right there. 339 season. That's a fucking banger of a season there. Cliff Floyd is on here. Yeah, this Manny Ramirez season, 1.9 ERA, 240 innings pitched. I mean, unless you want to take
Pedro Martinez. You said Pedro Martinez. They said Manny Ramirez.
I said Manny Ramirez. My bad.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Am I missing something?
I think we gotta go Pedro unless you want oil can.
Let's go Pedro. Yeah.
All right, Guardians 2000s. Okay.
Travis Hafner, Jim Thome,
52 homers here. That's a good one. Robbie Alomar 2030 season at second base. That's really interesting because second base is really hard to get.
Why don't we do that?
30 bags.
Second base is tough.
Let's just give it one more little look-see here. Manny Ramirez hit 350 one year. That's crazy. That guy was so good. CC Sabathia, Cliff Lee. Yeah, I think Robbie Alamore's pick here. Probably.
This is the lack of options that'll come up is the reason I'm going there.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Robbie Alomar there. Orioles 90s. Ooh,
we got a lot of options here.
Chris Hoyle's season is good. We got Raffy with 43 homers.
Yeah, Raffy was the first name that came to mind.
I mean, Cal, right? And Cal's got to have a really good year in here. 11 WAR. Oh my God. That's massive. I think that's probably the leader in the clubhouse for me. The Brady Anderson 50 homer years.
You got a Brady Anderson 50 homer year.
Mike Messina has a really good year here.
What was Cal's? Cal's year was what, 92, 93 that he had that massive one?
1991. He has 34 homers. I think we got to take Cal. 11 more as a shortstop is
we've already screwed over the Ripken name here.
God, we get this Nationals team again. Do we just take
Vladdy?
Do we take Vladdy or do we skip it? I think those are the two options. Vladdy's good.
I think we take Vladdy.
Okay. I mean, we got Hall of Famers all over the place right now. 2020's Twins. This is probably not going to be great.
This might be the skipper.
Yeah, this might be the skipper. Unless there's the closer, Yohan Duran might have a good closer season, but I'm not sure. Okay, 206. They're only 32 saves, 3 WAR. I think we skip. Do we want to skip team or decade? I think we skip decade. 2020s is tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try to get a Rod Carew or something like that. Twins
2000s.
Joe Mauer at catcher.
Joe Mauer's
MVP Joe Mauer. We got MVP Justin Morneau here as well. Yeah. There's probably a couple Cy Young, Johan Santana.
There's a Johan Santana in there as well, yeah. So those are your three options.
I think Johan or Mauer.
Catcher's usually tough.
Catcher is tough. MVP Mauer is really, really interesting to me.
Do that.
But this Johan season is good, too.
Dude, it's stupid.
Yeah. All right, I think Mauer, 444 OBP. Give me a break. Red Sox 2000s. This is maybe where we take Manny Ramirez or the Nomar. No, not Nomar. We already have a shortstop. Nomar did hit like 370 one year, though.
I think we take Manny in this.
Yeah, and we can't take Derek Lowe, Kurt Schilling. 3.26 ERA. Don't love that though. Papelbon. Papelbon has got to be the play. Has got to be the play here. 0.9 ERA.
Do it.
Yeah, it's got to be that. I hate that guy, by the way.
Oh, so do
I. Mike Piazza would be a great pick, but we already have catcher. We don't need him. We could take him as our DH, but I don't think that's worth it. David Wright is here with 30 and 30. I like that a lot as a third baseman.
As a third baseman, I
don't even think we need to look. I think we just take that, right?
Just take that.
Yeah. Dodgers in the 90s. We've got Mike Piazza, 40 homer catcher season, but he would be our DH.
We already can we get an Eckersley?
1990 Dodgers? Is he a Dodger?
He might. Oh no.
You're backwards.
I'm backwards on that one.
That Piazza year might just be good as our DH year. It's 40 homers, 124 RBIs. That's not he hit 362. I think we take it. That year's crazy. Yeah, I think that year's crazy. We take it. Not the most efficient. This Derek Lee year is sick. 335 of 46 homers. Sammy Sosa, though, we got to take Sammy. 64 homers.
It's kind of like a no-brainer.
Yeah. Hit 328 with 64 homers. White Sox in the 1980s. Greg Lazinski is the first name I saw. That's hilarious. Jerry Hairston. Britt Burns, it looks like, is the best option. Don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Can
we skip team?
We can skip team. Let's get another 80s team. Don't give us something stupid. All right. What do we need here? It's Tigers and the 80s. Can we get Jack Morris maybe?
Jack Morris.
Not great. Jack Morris.
Alan Trammell. But we don't need that.
We don't have have room for him.
What do we need?
We need first base, outfield, starting pitcher. So I think we pretty much have to take Jack Morris here. I don't really think we have another option.
Shit.
Yeah, we kind of might have backed ourselves into a corner
Yeah,
here.
we
Let's take this guy here.
Jack Morris.
Yeah, I think we got to take Jack Morris.
We screwed ourselves.
That's not great. It's not horrible. It's not great. This is not good at all. Actually, never mind. Sandy Alcantara won a Cy Young.
Yeah, he won a Cy Young.
Has to be him. Yes.
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay, we need a first baseman and an outfielder. There's Dwight Evans, who actually played both of those positions. All right, so this is going to be one of these outfielder seasons. Pick your favorite here. I don't understand this. Mike Greenwell season's got 7.5 WAR, but not as good in terms of numbers. And then this season up here is not all that great for first baseman. I think we can do better. Which one do you like? Dewey Evans, Mike Greenwell, Jim Rice.
Jim Rice
it is. And then Nationals first baseman.
Oh, dear.
We're taking Tony Perez.
We are screwed.
130 wins is pretty good for that team. I don't know about all that. I think that's a little high on the rankings. I mean, we do have a pretty decent squad here. We had a really good start. Finish.
What's your finish was lackluster. What's your highest?
My highest is 140.
Okay.
Which once again, I've built a lot of these teams. I don't think that team was as good as some of the other teams I put together. I don't think this team is nearly as good as some of the 110 win teams that I put together either. But whatever. That's how the game goes. That's how the AI does it. All right, we're gonna finish up here today. 2-man show today. We will see you guys on Thursday with hopefully all three of us. And we love you. We'll see you. Outro.